Hey guys, Gamer3800 here once again, and I have with me here my favorite video game of all time, and one of the rarest titles for the PS2. War of the Monsters. It's pretty much remember that old game Rampage? It's kind of like that, but 3 times better. It's a great game based on alien invaders that come in and based on alien invaders. Earth defeats the invaders, but with some drawbacks. The alien spaceships ran on this toxic fuel source, and when they crashed onto Earth, they mutated many animals. As seen on the box, you have gorilla and praying mantis. Those are some that got contaminated. Rocks, electricity, giant robots. So it's pretty much everything a little kid could dream of. And why it's rated T, I don't know. It's like those Halo games, like there's some violence, some blood, but I really don't see a need for them to be rated M. If anything, the most they should be is 10. No, not 10, teen. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this game. I'm not sure why it was discontinued so early. I mean, it's a great game. My favorite of all time. And I'm missing the instruction manual. It got lost in the years that I've had it, but I've had it since like launch day of PS2. I had an old one. I also have a demo version that I got when it first came out. So, yeah, this is a great PS2 game. I'm going to show you some gameplay. First, let me show you how the controllers work. I recommend a turbo controller for this game. You'll see why in a minute. But the standard controls are X for jump, square for long-range attacks or close combat. Triangle is used for heavy combat, like kicking, square punching, triangle kicking for close combat. Square also used for shooting low projectiles. Circle is pick up, throw, and climb. R1 and L1, hit them, it'll make your character go like straight side to side. Hit them both and it'll lock on to a certain enemy. You can use the analog stick or D-pad. R2 is block, and L2 doesn't serve any function. As far as I can tell, I've never used it. No, the reason why a turbo controller is recommended, I prefer this one, but if you have another kind like this. But yeah, I recommend this because if you can shoot really fast with your robot. Yeah, you could shoot little lasers really super fast. That's why it's called turbo, I guess. If you're wondering a few things before I get into gameplay, Sonic 06 Let's Play, it's not going to be finished because well, let's see, my VHS converter, it's USB. Here it is. This thing, something called EasyCap, it won't work right on Windows 7. I've tried using different like compatibility modes, but it's still not doing anything well. I mean, it'll record video, but the sound's all static. So Yeah, sorry guys. I know my Sonic 06 LP was kind of popular, but yeah, just going to have to get back to doing it on the old camera, recording the TV. So yeah, I'm going to put this into PS2 and show you guys some gameplay. Okay, turning on the PS2 right now. PS2 system's a little loud since I'm using it on the original PS2. It also has a hard drive in it, so you'll be hearing that from time to time. The slim PS2 is being borrowed by my brother. Should have it back in a little bit. And the original PS2 has a different, like, startup logo, if you see. Not sure if that's common with all originals, but yeah, it works. Works better than the Slim since it has better parts in it. Slim PS2, not as good parts to bring down price. Hope that explains something. Probably will to some people, but yeah. No, you can't skip to this. I'm going to let you see the demo to see kind of what I was talking about, aliens and stuff. And never mind. As you can see, for like a launch day PS2 title, it has great graphics, CG, and gameplay. Sorry, a little bit out of focus there. So that's pretty much your whole storyline. You're one monster defeating other monsters, and in some cases, aliens and robots. I'm gonna do free for all. Hang on, let me just go to options, show you what the controller's like, because I think. Oh, free, L2 is free look, like look around you and stuff, but, yeah, light attack or shoot, yeah, I'm going to put it on medium, easy, a little too easy if you ask me, so, yeah. Free for all. I'm gonna have 2. You can have up to 3. 2 players only when you have 2 controllers. I'm not sure why. You can have up to 4 on a screen, but 2 of them have to be CPU. I've beaten the game many times, so I'll go back and show you each character on its own. So there's Raptros, Tagara, Praetor, Congar, Robo 47, Agamo, Ultra V, Magma or Magmo something, Connecticlops, and Zorgulon. They each have 4 different costumes. For Agamo, his 4th costume is a very special one. You can only get it if you beat Twisted Metal Black with Sweet Tooth. And his 4th costume is, well, Sweet Tooth. They each have their own costumes, as said before. I'm just going to go back to free-for-all. Nah, I'll do first 2 wins so that it won't go on forever, because I tend to go on for hours on this game. And there's 13 levels. Most of them, all of them can be used for 1 or 2 player, but if you have like 2 or more CPUs, if you're doing 1 player, you can only do about half of them because, well, they're big enough. Okay guys, slight change in plans. I do have a 2nd player with me. In 2-player, there's more options like elimination and minigames. I'm not as good as the 4 game though. Just gonna have 1. Just to remind you all, it is on medium difficulty. So, I don't know. Each player has their own different special attack. For a short range attack, you do X and square. For long range attack, triangle and circle. First player, me, on left. 2nd player, whoever, on right. You can do different moves by pressing face button in a different direction, up or down, on the D-pad. So like triangle down would be a strong kick, or triangle up would be like knockout. Square down would be kick up, and square up would be push away, so to say. There's lots of sharp objects. And there's Sweet Tooth's laugh. And that's why it's good to have a turbo controller. You shoot really fast, but you lose energy quickly, as seen. If you hit the block button at the right time, like when your feet are pointing towards the ground, you could avoid hitting yourself on the ground and have less damage done. Also known as air recovery. If you look on my side of the screen, there's different colored dots. Blue and green. Blue gives you energy, green gives you health. Simple enough? Yes. And if you look at the object that I have, it actually holds electricity, and if you were to use your long-range attack on it, like that, you could shock the other player from a distance. Or you could throw it and it will also shock them, as seen. When you come into the volcano, on the taller one you can ground pound, which is up, well, jump triangle up, and you can make the volcano erupt. And most levels have their own little thing. In my favorite level, if you destroy all the buildings, an earthquake happens. Player 2's special attack is grappling hook, I guess you could say. And there's not really much you could do about it afterwards, except just wait for dizziness to wear off. If you look on my screen, you can see that I have a cloaking power-up, so the other players can't lock onto me and they can't see me pretty much whatsoever, except for the little flame on my head. This is another place where you can make the volcano erupt. And yes, if you're full energy, hit select button, and it'll give you like super strength, but for a short time only. As seen on, well, that was going to be seen on player 2 screen. And I'll just show you. If you don't have full energy, it's also used as a taunt. Whoa, my camera glitched up a little bit. That's the only flaw I can see with this game, is that the camera can glitch up sometimes. To do a speed dash like I'm doing, hit up twice and hold it. And to do a sonic boom, hit triangle when you're running, as seen in second player's screen. I'm going to go and select our favorite level. It's the one we know best. And mainly because I'm almost out of battery life, 8 minutes left. That's the only flaw I see with this camera I'm using. Poor battery life. Everything else is brilliant, except for the format that they decided to use. And for Connecticlops, I don't know why, but his fourth costume is a fish. Don't know why. And now my D-pad's not being very responsive. Again, don't know why. And the levels load really fast, as you just saw. Faster with the original PS2 than the Slim. As seen on my screen, a sea monster, or otherwise known as fish. Yes, the gas trucks can cause big damage to your opponent. And now a little game that we like to play a lot. He tries to outrun my homing missile. Or so to say. And now he can try to outrun my missile. And he failed. It homes in pretty much by the way. But if you do a sonic boom at the right time, he can make it lose its lock on. It's best to do it with the dragon as seen in the character select screen. Here's another one of those power shock things. And I have one. We normally play unlimited and can go on for hours, but for the sake of this review and for the sake of the battery life on this camera, we're going to call it quits for now. That's pretty much it. If you see this game laying around anywhere, get it. It's definitely worth your while. And for the place I got this copy at, a GameStop, they were selling it for $10. Game only. If you were to get a new one, or even in box, it could cost you as much as $90. So it's a pretty rare game if you get it in great condition like I have. So that's pretty much it. The demo is also kind of rare, but not worth as much because there's more. Many sold at like stores to use at their demos when PS2 is new. Pretty much, yeah. Thanks, Game Boy out.